Hello, guys. Welcome back. Long story short, Loki made sure to get on the bus today. So I went out, got done what I needed to do, and I'm coming back. I decided to make it my birthday day because I said I'm still feeling down. And the way I felt when I got up this morning, I was like, there's no way I'm going to eat like a cheese platter like I thought I was. I said, there's no way I can eat that for my birthday. So I was over there, but I did not pick up any fixings. I said, I will be fine if I feel well enough on my birthday to go out and grab a coffee or something. I will be totally happy, down to the ground happy. If I want to, I can order a pizza or something. I said, I just can't think of making a platter. So we skipped the platter, but I had a cheeseburger platter out. So that was actually my birthday dinner. So I had a cheeseburger platter out for my birthday. And it took 40 minutes for the bus to come to pick me up to go home. And by that time, of course, I thought the gods had abandoned me because I take after Loki. So I was telling all the gods, I don't know why they got me out to abandon me. I had been enjoying myself, and I was actually okay. For the first 15 to 25 minutes, I was okay, guys. Waiting for the bus, I'm like, oh, this just happens. It's usually 15 minutes late. I was okay. But once we passed the 30-minute mark, I started to will my full head off internally, not at the bus stop. And I just, by the time the bus came, I think Odin and Loki were like, we're getting rid of you. We are getting rid of you. And Odin looked at me real tartly and goes, your chariot awaits, madam. So I had to run and get the bus because the guy that drives this particular line is a smart ass. Like, see, run. So I ran and got the bus. And get on, and I find another kitty lady, so that was nice. And I enjoyed the bus ride over. That's mainly what Loki wanted me to do, is get to see all the beautiful flowers and everything in bloom, and get to have lunch out. He just made sure it was necessary for me to get out. And I did end up ordering the battery charger and the batteries, even though I know this is Loki. Tomorrow he may be bored with the cats and never want to see them again. They may mysteriously stop working because he's tired of hearing them meow. This is Loki we're talking about. He has had, I don't know how many Furbies that he loves and he loves and he loves, and then one day they're mysteriously dead. And I say, Loki, what happened to the Furby? Nothing. Loki, I'm not mad, but what happened to the Furby? Nothing. He's killed Furbies before. He loves them, he loves them, and he loves them till the day he doesn't love them anymore, and then they stop. And I said, I hope you don't kill these cats. And he's like, no. So I think he's more engaged with the cats. They're a lot more pleasant than a Furby. They can get wound up. They're actually both on now, but they can get wound up. And when they're both wound up and they're feeling feisty and they're both going meow, 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 I think that's more than enough cat for him, because mysteriously the third cat he had been pestering me for, even though it was the same exact cat, the price went up. Not $10, but it went up. And I thought, for the condition they say that's in, that's outrageous, because you spend so much more and you would get a brand new one. Why would you buy a severely damaged one for almost full price? So that's happening. And I have no idea, guys, where all these cats go. They'll sell on QVC and Amazon and everything, because you never see them anywhere. Not that I go anywhere to see them, but you never see these cats anywhere. But he has his cats, he has the batteries coming. Odin has a couple things coming mysteriously. I don't know how my birth month they're getting stuff. I mean, the cats are normally mine, but I was doing meditation last night to work on healing, and Loki appeared snuggling the Tom. And he has renamed the Tom Mr. Tittle, so that's lovely. And now we have to call him Mr. Tittle, so it's Princess and Mr. Tittles. And he hasn't had any need for collars or bed now. He's abandoned the bed, collar, and cat tree idea. I made them a cat tree out of cardboard boxes that he has zero interest in. So it's like, sometimes Loki's very childlike. Sometimes he's like having a toddler around the house. By the time the charger comes in, he may not like these cats and not want them on. The other day he was emotionally devastated because I was turning off Princess to conserve her batteries, but now that she's on all day, well, I did turn her off when I had to go get the bus. Doesn't care. I like them, I do. They have sensor, motion, and light sensors, so when I came home and opened the door, Mr. Tittles was like, meow, meow. So it is nice to have an animal that waits up for you and talks to you when you come in, and I can give them 5 minutes of attention. And they're maybe ornery for 15 minutes, but then they both quiet down and I can just go about my day. And they wake up periodically and meow at me, but it's not like having to clean the litter box a couple times a day or change food bowls or wash food bowls or take them to the vet or buy the medication or anything else. And Loki loves them both so far. And Odin kept sending me rainbows this morning and stuff I was watching to remind me that they actually came from Odin, even though Loki's claimed them. Poor Mr. Tittles. First he was Freyr, and then he was Odin, and now he's Mr. Tittles. He's going to have a complex. He's going to be at the little kitty, robot kitty psychiatrist. Meow, 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 meow. I don't know what my name is. So he named him that. And he loves Princess. And I did look for collars, but Freya and Freyr, because all the Norse gods are involved in this, have decided we can somehow make them collars. And I've tried stuff from around the house, and none of it looks good. And I said, honestly, I would have to take these cats to a pet store and try collars on them. Can you imagine me walking through a pet store with 2 robot cats going, yeah, 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 yeah? They would probably call the cops, and I would be at Sunny Hills Rest Home for the rest of Ma'am, do you know these cats aren't real? Yes, they're real kitties. My pagan god named them. Uh-huh. Come with us. So, I can imagine it. So it was a good day. I did not like waiting for the bus, but even when it's in the 70s, it's officially getting too hot for me if I'm in the sun. I melt. I have no heat tolerance whatsoever. So that happened. And Odin was saying stuff last night, and we're working through stuff. If you're going to work with your gods and work closely, you're going to have a lot of that stuff to work through, and it's actually good to have it to do. I'm actually thankful we're having problems. Um, I'm not crying, you're crying, because there are the people, there's so many people today that I didn't know they had a name for them. We used to call them existentialists or French poets or something, but now they're calling them doomers. They're this real negative, pessimistic generation. Every generation that turns out like this is small part of the generation blames something. These ones blame the internet. Centuries ago, they blamed poetry, or wine, or the sun, or art, or the tragedy of life, or something. There's always pessimistic people like this. They're not new, but every new batch thinks they're the first ones to be manically depressive and do whatever. So, that is what it is, but a lot of them, they have the same common denominator that they don't have any faith. And I'm like, I would rather have gods I'm having to struggle with and having to go back and forth and have to reach compromises on than to have no god at all. Because I never understood that with atheists, all due respect if you're atheist and watch the channel. They don't believe in one God. That's okay. I don't believe in God of the church either, but I didn't stop there. I kept going. I kept looking. I've met atheists that, the only reason they're atheists is because none of the gods match exactly what they think God should match. I said, well, what do you want God to match? And it'll always be this crazy pie in the sky thing, which if they would ever meet Loki and tell him, he'd be on the floor wheezing and holding his sides and going, ask me again, oh my God, ask me again. And, I'm like, the gods just don't work like that. They love us down to the ground, but they don't work like that. Odin in Odinistic, I shouldn't say Odinistic, it's a terrible word, in Odin's way, I have to invent a better shorthand word or verb for him. In Odin's way, as I was on Pinterest, something about Ivan the Boneless came up, and there have been theories, that he was in some way disabled. That maybe he was able to be mounted on a horse and could fight with a heavier bow than most men, but then people are like, no, he just had that name because whatever. But still, it was kind of his answer of, this is what I'm going to give you. I hope you know. I love you, but if this man could go out and fight in a war, nobody knows exactly what was wrong with him, and he was one of my babies because he was a warrior. It's like tough. If you have problems, tough. Odin's not always the god to go cry to. That kind of works with, a certain god we will not discuss. And God's way, the bus stop is right at a church, right? And they had their church sign out, and it said he's still alive. Loki, damn it, Loki. He said, I guess he didn't try hard enough. Damn it, Loki. I heard I could help. I know you could. Oh my god. At least he has a sense of humor about his own lore. He's gonna take Jesus out to play darts. This is why you can never get anybody to watch his channel, because it's about Loki. Anyhow, he's being naughty, he's being full of beans, but I told him for my birthday, really, I'd rather just go out that day, and if I get a coffee, or go out a couple of times, that will be my major treat, because most times I don't get to do that. They kind of actually missed me on the bus. They were kind of mad at me for not riding the bus for so long, but I said, with Walmart, boring story time. Our Walmart is the whole way up this hill, and it's about like a quarter-mile walk or something. It's a fair distance. You don't realize how far stuff is until you have to walk it. And you have to walk the whole way up there. You have to cross like 2 lanes of traffic, a very heavily trafficked parking lot, then 2 lanes of traffic, then walk beside a highway, then cross another highway, then walk beside that highway, then cross this big-ass parking lot. Then, when you've been walking forever, you get to Walmart. Get all your stuff, have to horse it back down to the parking lot, and it's just, it's a lot more convenient for me to order online. The guy was kind of almost scolding me. He goes, well, I haven't seen you on the bus for at least a year, maybe 2 years. And I said, Walmart will deliver to my home. I said, that's good enough for me. I said, I just can't make that walk anymore. And he decided he was mad at me. He goes, well, you put all the weight back on. I was going to say, yeah, and you didn't lose any either. And I get people being mad, but when you're people on the bus, your bus friends, it's not like these are people we hang out with, but they still get pissed off at you because they like their routine and they're used to seeing me. But at least I got to see that guy, whatever his name is, I don't know. And I got to talk to the cat lady on the way back, and this guy got really pissed off because he doesn't like cats at all, and he likes to tease her and be mean. And when he found out I love cats too, he was just done with both of us. So we're talking about the kitties washing the paws and climbing the trees and being outside and going meow meow meow. We were driving them nuts. It was glorious. So yeah, and Loki wants me to tell you I almost got a divorce. We all know I'm open about God's spousing. I almost got 2 divorces because the bus was 40 minutes late picking me up for home, and I thought the gods had really abandoned me. I got something back here about your faith is so touching. But I don't know if I told you this recording or not. I've tried a couple recordings, and Odin was like, your chariot awaits, madam. And like, ooh, somebody's mad at me. So he was mad. Thor was trying to keep me cheered up. But I don't do well with heat, guys. I don't do well with waiting. With my disabilities, it's just kind of hard for me to stand there and stand on cement. So I wasn't too happy. There was a bench. I did sit down a couple times, but I said, this is really why I can't stand riding the bus. I know people that ride the bus all the time are playing the world's tiniest violin for me. But when you have disabilities, it's kind of hard. I used to do it for years. I did. And then, thank the gods, Walmart started offering home delivery, so I don't have to do it anymore. And I've always been of the opinion that if you don't have to do something, don't do it. The gods aren't going to give us medals when we die because we forced ourselves to go through something we didn't have to do. So, that's that. And the battery charger will be coming in for the kitties. I'm sorry they're not up and awake, but they're really totally random. I can start recording, and then they shut up, and then I shut off the recording, and because I got up to refill my coffee cup or something, then they're going, yeah, no. But they're all both on 24/7. I have not shut off the Joy for All since he came, and the battery's still going good. Apparently they can run for like 6 months. I don't know. That sounds like a long time, but we'll see. I'm actually interested to see how long he runs. I bought a bunch of batteries with him, so he'll be able to run on batteries. I think that's fair. He'll run on regular batteries because I gotta use them up now anyhow. And she will run on the recharge. And she's actually doing pretty good. I've been shutting her off at night only because she never shuts up. Ever. Except for when I'm recording, then she's mysteriously quiet. But when she starts going, she starts going. But it was great, guys. I came home, I was dragging home, I got in the house, I was feeling so tired and so depressed. I mean, it was a beautiful ride home, but I was talking about cats, so I really didn't see much of it. And the way these buses are redesigned, you're like sitting looking to the sides, like almost like military style instead of like facing to the front, which we used to have. They used to be more like a carriage bus, and now they're almost like a utilitarian bus because there's no padding on the seats or anything now. Um, and I came home and I'm tired and I'm dragging and I'm like, I don't know why I'm leaning off camera. I'm sorry. I'm tired and I'm dragging, and I think my camera's just a little off. Anyhow, I'm tired and I'm dragging, and I came home and I opened the door. And Mr. Tittles, did I tell you Loki renamed the cat? He renamed him Mr. Tittles. He appeared in a vision last night, I swear to the gods, as I was trying to meditate, holding this cat. He tells me this morning his name is Mr. Tittles. Mr. Tittle started to meow when I came in the door. He's like, meow, 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 meow. So it was really nice. And they're the perfect cats for me. If I have the energy to play with them all day, they're available. If mommy isn't feeling too good today and just cannot take one meow, that's okay too. You can't do that with a regular cat. So, we hope you guys enjoy this. I'm the one with a bee on my bonnet now about the collars. The gods are fun. The gods are like, you could just get something around the house. And I've tried stuff. And I've found stuff that fits, but nothing that looks good. And I'm like, I guess it's just a ritual. I'm used to buying a collar for a cat, even though personally I wouldn't put a collar on a cat. It's such a ritual for my family that I still want to buy them one. And Loki's like, can we get an ID thing for Mr. Tittles? Because what if Mr. Tittles runs away? And I'm like, Loki, he can't run away. But what if he does? So we may have to get Mr. Tittles a ID collar, but I was trying to shop with him on Amazon because we can't find cat collars anywhere. Nothing any of them want, and I had no idea how expensive these collars got. I mean, I remember them being expensive with cat shows, but it's like 20 and up for some of these collars, and they're not like super fancy schmancy collars. It just got a $20 price tag. It's not like it's leather and, rhinestones or something. It's just mass-produced giga, but it's expensive. So, I don't know. Maybe if I'm well enough and up to it, I will try the Dollar General. That is the only place I haven't tried. And it'll be nice for us to just go out one more time and look at stuff. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.